Hi, everybody. Welcome to Golden Girls Coffee Klatch. I forgot to change my name. Um, welcome to my lovely co-conspirators here. We got Cleo, aka Dorothy. We've got Judy, the cousin. We got Marina, aka Sophia, and I am Blanche. Which give me half a second here, and I'm going to get that changed. Um, Cleo, what's up with you? What you got coming up this week?
Boy, not much. Let's see, this coming week, uh, really nothing for YouTube until Thursday or Friday. I don't know if I'm doing something on Thursday or is that the kitchen table issues on
Yes.
Thursday? I got to write that down. Okay, so I'm doing kitchen table issues, and it's either a polyterology or a cool crone on Friday.
Friday's the other side of the coin.
Oh, I thought that was tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Friday.
Right, you're talking next week.
Next
You
week will
said
be polyterology. Yes. Sorry, we're on different weeks here.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that one on Friday, but I'm doing the other ones next week.
Okay. And Judy, what about you? What you're up to?
Sunday I do general lives. Mondays I do my members only lives. And then Tuesday, Jackie B and I are collaborating. So that'll be fun. And then Thursday, Sherry, you and I are doing our political chat and Sabrina's joining us. So
Yes.
got all kinds of things.
There you
Nice.
go. And what about you, Marina? What's up with you?
A big thing actually this weekend on Saturday is the 14th Shine Your Light event, starting at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3:30 p.m. Pacific. So make sure to join me for that. And next week, there's a few things next week, but I'll be posting them up on the channel. I generally do either Saturday or Sunday. I'll put up what my schedule is. That way you can see where I'm at, who I'm with, what I'm doing, and yeah, that's about it. That's about it. But yeah, big one on Saturday.
There you
And
go.
how about you?
One of these days, I'm going to be able to go on with you. Um, let's see. For me, I've got what the hell do I have? I don't know. Um, let me open my book and look and see what is happening in my life. Um, well, tomorrow is the other side of the coin, and then I'll be a guest on Scott Scorpio Suntero's channel, and then Saturday is my date with Nate, which is at 11 a.m. Central Time, and then the slumber party tomorrow night, Saturday night, and Sisters on Wednesday, which I'm hosting. Politics with Judy, Polyterology, that's all next week. So um, lots of fun stuff. And so anybody else see anything interesting in the news? Um, I'm ashamed to say I didn't really get a chance to look at much news today. Somebody's saying that
Rating the Fulton County, or they
yeah,
rated the
got
Fulton
a raid
County
in
election.
Fulton. Um,
Yeah.
I'm not sure what that's about. Has anybody else heard of?
Well, it's got to do with the 2024 election,
Yeah,
isn't it? Or is it the 2020 election still? I
2020.
don't know, Huh?
2020. Yeah.
Yeah,
2020.
Yeah.
Okay.
20.
So, yeah, and they're taking all the votes and stuff. They'll probably just they'll confiscate them and never give them back. Um, they're trying to
Mhm.
say because wasn't it Letitia James that was working on that one, and they got her kicked off of there somehow. They
Mhm.
made up stuff about her. And so, yeah, they're just taking all the votes and all the materials and hauling them off and going to investigate them because they know that that Biden and Obama, where Obama came into this, I don't know, but Biden and
Obama
Obama
lives
have been.
rent free in Trump's head.
Yeah, well, they're
Yep.
Trump says they've just been cheating, and every single thing that Trump said about other people is every single thing that we think about him.
Yes.
It's just bonkers. It's just a
It's
circus
just
down there
reflection.
with Trump
Yep.
being an idiot, and yeah, I mean,
Difference is we've got the receipts.
Yeah,
You know.
you figure they
Yeah, he the announcement in Davos that he was going to get to the bottom of it and there would be prosecutions. He went in and took all the ballots, all the stubs, all the signatures, the envelopes, and the digital files. He took everything. And the election, the commissioners calling it a full frontal attack on democracy. They said that
Yeah.
they could not guarantee any information from that election because it's been taken out of their chain of custody. They weren't supposed to be able to take all of that, but go ahead, go after them legally, right? And so now they've got all that, and their intention is to, of course, throw doubt in it and prosecute. So it's political retribution.
yeah,
Yeah.
right,
Of course it is.
absolutely.
Of course it
the
is.
thing of it is, as far as the courts are concerned, now that they have removed it from the chain of custody, it makes it null and void for the courts to be able to consider, depending on what judge they get. So,
No,
if they get one of their judges behind it, then yeah, they might be able to get away with something. So,
It's amazing. Oh,
Huh?
nice. It's amazing how many people live rent free in Trump's head and how he cannot get over the fact that there is a significant number of people that just don't like him.
what?
They see him for what he is and they just don't like him.
Oh God, really? Oh my God!
I know. Shocking, isn't it?
It really is. They don't like the president.
I
Wow.
know. I
Go
know.
figure with that. I mean,
Well, it's about power and control. He doesn't care less if he's elected. He just wants power and control.
Yes, of course. Yeah. One of the things that I came across that I wanted to, and I said to the ladies beforehand, I really want to bring to everyone's attention is how important it is to double check sources and to not just, you see something breaking news and you click on it and it looks really, really good. It looks really official and real and so on. One of those caught my attention on Tuesday, just before I went on with David for Taco Tuesdays. And it was the fact that the Supreme Court had ruled against Trump's tariffs, and isn't this fabulous and how wonderful and so on. Yes, it's what we're all waiting for. And I mentioned it to David, and we both got excited. And then when he went to check on it, the same time I went to check on it, no, it was from a channel called BNC News. And you don't see that until you scroll down to see what it is. BNC News. So I did a little bit of research. They are apparently, or this YouTuber is out of Bangladesh. The channel was started on November 7th, 2025. And everything on there is breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. They have like 121,000 subscribers. I did report it because it is definitely misinformation.
Yeah.
and what they're talking about. But it was, I do have to say, it was very well done in that it looked very, very authentic. So when you get these things that come across your feed, and particularly when it's something that we're anticipating, right? It's coming in any minute. Yeah, you don't want to fall victim to that. So just yeah,
That,
just
Well,
go down. Yeah,
excuse me.
see how many people
I had the
these
same Marina on
sorry?
On Tuesday. There was I came across a story that's was basically reporting more people had been pew-pewed, and something just was like, I don't know. And so I checked into it, and I couldn't find anything
Yes.
corroborating it at all. And I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
there's a lot
It
of
was the same
AI
thing.
going around.
They're trying to get us riled up.
Yeah.
And
There's a lot of videos, AI videos with standard people that have an established
Yes.
record on YouTube. They're using Rachel Maddow. They're using Glenn, what's his name? Justice.
Gavin Newsom,
Gavin Newsom,
Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris, just a good dozen of the regulars that we look for to get updated information on. And when you're watching them, a lot of times they're like very stationary. The body doesn't move that much. You might see the hands move a little bit, and the head will kind of go back and forth somewhat. And it looks like the person, it sounds like the person.
Yes.
But if you scroll down, they have to say if that was an AI created video. And you scroll down and you'll see that, yes, actually, it was an AI created video.
Yeah.
And there are quite a few channels now that have popped up in the last, I don't know, 2 months that have really been very controversial, I would say. It's like they take information, just enough of it to make it sound legitimate, but yet they either go to an extreme, one extreme or the other with what direction they're pushing it in. Where you're sitting there going, well, I haven't heard anybody else talk about that. What on earth? So be really careful and make sure that that whoever it is that you're watching is actually the real person and not an AI created video. So
good indication is if you scroll down, take a look at the sorry?
Keep that in mind with F-45 in the future when we are trying to have weekend at Bernie's moments.
Yes. Yeah. But if you go down, check the subscription to see how many people are subscribed to the channel. Now, we know, like Midas Touch has got over, 5 million subscribers. So yeah, when you encounter someone that has 605 subscribers, there's something's up. The other thing too is how many views they've gotten and how many shares they've how many times that video has been shared. Because a lot of people see that and it's like, oh yeah, great, good news. He's being impeached. That's what it is. Yeah, they just signed the paperwork and you share it without double checking, and all of a sudden you're part of the problem because you're inadvertently spreading that information, right?
Exactly. So
Grace
it's really
Gilbert,
important for us to double check our sources, make sure we've got the right information, because we don't want to push out something that's incorrect, because then that besmirches our reputation and name.
True.
Exactly.
I wanted to mention that Grace Gilbert over in the chat section said currently there is an AI video of Freddie kicking out a tail light of an ice car. You know, I saw that too, but I didn't see it on. I thought I saw it on regular TV. I don't know. They said that they had video of him from a couple weeks before he got killed, and I don't know if that's real or not. But
Yeah, no, I've seen all of the raw data
you
that they
think
had up.
that's an AI video?
And yeah, that's
be.
not an
You think that's
actual
AI?
thing.
Well, because they're also saying, well, we're not sure it's him. It looks like him, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's
Then why
just
would
yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
so hard. It's just so hard to tell the difference because
Yes.
something like that could have definitely happened. So
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Here's something: the 5-year-old that got snatched and arrested by ICE. It's because 5-year-olds are
Very
so
sick.
dangerous, you know.
Yeah.
And they're wanting to know, has he been given back to his family or not? I heard that the child was.
He's still in the facility and very sick.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's that he's still in the. They're not giving him. They're not allowing any kind of medical care for any of their people. Any of their prisoners, I guess you could say. And so it's kind of scary in that respect that especially people who are on regular treatments and whatnot, like for cancer or kidney issues or, this, that, or the other, and they're snatching them up and then not letting them continue their treatments, which is basically, for a lot of people, that's like handing them a death sentence. It's like, not to mention it's illegal to do that. We do have laws of how prisoners are supposed to be treated. And
there's actually two 5-year-olds
don't apply to them.
Yeah. Well, I did see that the boy and his father have a lawyer, and the lawyer has met with both of them. The community has gathered around them, and there is support for them, even though they have been moved from Minnesota down into Texas. So the fact that they have a lawyer, I think, just kind of sheds a little more light. I think they're going to have to be a little more careful in terms of what they do. But at least they do have legal representation, and they are in the U.S. legally. Wait, what?
sorry, that was my son dealing with one of the animals.
Perfect.
I think he's trying to get him like out the door to the bathroom before he. Nope, he didn't make it.
Uh-oh. Yeah. And so, but at least they do have legal representation. So that is something.
Jasmine Crockett took a sample of water because the water supposedly is tainted there also. So she made sure they got a sample of the water as well. But also remember what happens when you stand up against bullies and narcissists is they come fighting back and make you a target. So just like they did before when they, exited people out of the country and they weren't supposed to, and they had legal representation, they became a target. That's likely what's going to happen in this case too. You don't,
well, yeah, it was somebody
they don't like to lose.
It was somebody like Vance or some other politician that was totally justifying what they did to this little kid. I mean, I could not believe it. Acting like he actually crossed the line that he was doing. 5 years old. I mean, this little kid is going, I want my mom. I want to go home. And
his mom was pregnant. His mom.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
It just gets
And
better and
she
better.
apparently she was she was, I think, in the house as well. They didn't go into the house. They from what I've heard, and stand to be
He
corrected,
told her to stay in.
they knocked on the door, and the little boy answered the door. So they took him out, and they talked the boy into calling for his father, who of course came out, and that's when they got him.
Yeah.
And
That's
someone said
happened a
that
few
the mother,
times with
yeah,
them
that the
snatching
mother was
children
at work.
to get the
Yes,
parent to come out. And
yes, yeah, exactly. And then why did they detain the child? Well, because he was abandoned by the mother. That they apparently had, they were trying to get the mother to come out so that she could take custody of this child, and she abandoned him. So you know what, these people are, they're not being honest, B, they're being bullies, and it's nothing. It's like the Gestapo. That's what they're
Well, and
doing.
the
They're
thing that you just told us,
yeah,
that there's two different stories going on about the same person, and there's
yes,
more than one little kid that's being detained that's 5
yes,
years old. So it's hard. I heard a totally different story. I'm thinking, okay, we're either talking about two different things, or we're talking about the same thing, and we've just got stories that are so screwed up that nobody really knows what's going on.
yep,
And it's like, just don't screw with ICE, because they're going to do as they damn well please. Or just like they kill people if they want to.
uh-huh,
well,
yeah,
hey Jeffro, I didn't see you pop in
The law
here.
does not apply. Nobody needs to quit that as a reasoning factor. They do not. The Constitution's been shot. You do not have First Amendment rights anymore. You don't even have Second Amendment rights anymore. And
Yeah.
F45 has declared a while ago that any Democrat is a domestic terrorist, and ICE is now openly on video saying that we're taking pictures of you, we're taking pictures of your car, your house, and your license plate, and we will register you. You are being registered as a domestic terrorist. For what? For First Amendment rights. So, which means that once you're registered as a domestic terrorist, you have lost all of your rights. They can dirt nap you and not face any consequences. The law does not apply to them. We need to quit using that as a reasoning factor. That ship has sailed.
yes,
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
That's just,
yeah.
Jeffro asked, can anything be done? Yes and no. I mean, there are things. I know that there are those in Congress and the Senate that are trying to get stuff done. It makes it difficult when government leadership's hands are sort of tied as to how they can respond to these things, but at the same time, you've got the other side that's just rolling over the rules. They're like, yeah, the rules don't exist anymore. And it feels like some of the Democrats are finally starting to wake up to that fact that, yeah, no, we can't play by the rules right now. Got to toss the rule book out. And which is just going to make everything get more and more and more extreme. That's kind of the one thing that bothers me about that is because the current occupant and administration has so blatantly broke the laws and ignored what the courts have told them or what law enforcement has told them, because they stand up there like, oh yeah, we know about that, and then they turn right around and do what they just said they knew they weren't allowed to do. And it makes it really difficult for the people, regardless, know or understand how can we deal with this and how do we make our leadership deal with this.
well, in Washington
Worded
State,
letters have come to an end.
In Washington State, they have a system that where there's cameras all over the place, and they take pictures of your license plate. This is in regards to traffic tickets and things like that, and that's been around for a while. Okay, so ICE people, they've hacked into our system, and they've been doing it for months, and used the information they got from those license plates to compare it to who is the people that they think shouldn't be in the country, and use their addresses and all their information that they could get from it. Was pretty entailed of the information they could get, and they went after all those people. So Washington State, what they did when they first found out about it is they just shut down all those cameras. Now they're trying, I don't know, I think the fight is still on. I mean, our governor is just like, he can't believe that they did this. And and they've been using the Department of Motor Vehicles, not just in that way, but in other ways too, to get as much information about people as they can. And that is totally illegal. Totally.
Yeah. I just want to say, someone had commented that the Dems agreed to a 2-week extension on funding ICE, and Dems screwed the people of Minneapolis. I'd want to, and I'm not saying you're wrong, believe me, because I haven't looked into that. What I did hear earlier was that Moses Mike shut things down.
Yeah.
That he said, no. And I think that what happened is he knew that he was going to lose it. So shut it down, and we'll blame the Dems. We'll tell people, well, we were going to, but So
I read that from several different sources this afternoon that Moses Mike and the current occupant have decided to just shut down Congress, go home. It's like, I wish I could get a job making that much money, only working 20 days a year. I mean,
exactly.
Wouldn't that be lovely?
On top of that, they do that kind of stuff, send the Republicans home, but then continually blame the Democrats. Anytime you hear it's the Democrats' fault, think again, please.
Yeah.
The Democrats are doing everything that they don't want them to do, and they're trying to make a difference. They're trying to change things, but every time they turn around, it's just like not that long ago when they just took a vacation out of the blue, so nothing could be decided, nothing could get done. And here we are again with the same budget problem. I'm so tired of the budget problem, you know. And the Democrats do not want to fund ICE. Don't think for a minute, no matter how they twist it, that somehow the Democrats are responsible for something here. No, they're not.
No.
They're trying to fight it tooth and nail. They're saying, what did they say now? That they're going to put it off for 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Is that what they've decided?
Well, that's possibly the story that they are putting out there, is that that's
as Grace put, something that everybody needs to remember: the Democrats are not in charge of the government. Yeah. Republicans have the House, they have the Senate, they have the White House, and they have the Supreme Court, and now most of the lower courts as well. I mean, there are honest to goodness, real decent law-abiding judges throughout the country that are doing their best to try to make things stand, but when you're kind of outnumbered, it makes it a lot harder. And then when you have people who just flat out refuse to do, it's like the judges come down with a judgment, and everybody's like, oh, yes, sir, yes, your honor, we hear you, and then they turn right around and do it anyway. It's like, what are you supposed to do? It's like the founding fathers always saw the possibility of a corrupt White House. What they did not see was a corrupt White House and a Congress, a Senate, and a Supreme Court just saying, oh, okay, well, whatever.
Yeah.
That was just, no one thought that would ever be possible to happen.
Sherry, can you put up
Laura Kraft?
Laura Craft, yes.
Yeah.
Put up that. There we
Yeah.
go.
There you go. So yeah, the Senate made the change, so it was going back to the House for approval, but of course Mike shut it down. The change that they added was that no citizen can be deported. Exactly. So yeah, why?
Yeah, so
Why
now why
wouldn't
wouldn't
Mike
Mike want that?
I
Why
want
wouldn't
to
anybody want that?
Go ahead, Judy.
I wanted to note on there that the Eighth, if you haven't heard, the Eighth Circuit Court of Appeals went ahead and declined to reimpose the restrictions on ICE agents or federal agents. There was a three-judge panel. I guess there's 11 of them on there, but there was a three panel. They were all Republican, thanks to Bush, Reagan, and F-45. And also, a bright spot, though, is that a Minnesota federal judge, watch for tomorrow, a Minnesota federal judge ordered the ICE chief to appear in court Friday, threatening contempt because the regime has failed to comply with orders to hold hearings for detained immigrants. In other words, give them due process. They failed to do that. They refused to do it. So a Minnesota federal judge is tomorrow bringing him back in court, although probably will be overturned by the Supreme Court. But also, one more thing, the FBI has also announced that they are tracking all signal chats and people in a variety of ways. People are trying to coordinate to warn about ICE and their location and what's going on. They're now tracking those people and putting them on a domestic terrorist watch list as well. The FBI announced that also.
Wow.
Wow. Nothing like giving away your democracy by saying, I'm not going to vote because all politicians are crooks.
Well, and that's what makes it hard because people are really getting discouraged because it's like, well, who are we supposed to call to for help? When you call the police and they show up and they either don't do anything or they join ICE in what they're doing,
Supposedly they're trying to fix that, Sherry.
Yeah, that's hopefully sooner rather than later.
That they're going to bring the police in more on this thing to have them work together. But they're also wanting the police to take these guys that are doing illegal things under being an ICE agent.
Yeah.
That they can't do that. If the police can't do it, they can't do it. Nobody can do that and get it and not, they're breaking the law. So that's the reason they put that guy in there that was the one that worked with Trump in the first place when the first time around when he was in, and they sent him up there to get things squared away. Well, that's part of the thing they're supposed to do. I'm just waiting to see how are they going to pull this off.
The guy who took the bribe, right?
It's just like they don't want to wear masks, and those guys want to wear masks. They want them to have proper IDs so people know that they're actually an agent of the government and not just somebody that's like pretending to be. And they want them to have something in writing, like a warrant or something for these people. I don't see any of those things probably happening. I think that they'll just continue to do what they want to do because Trump will tell them, oh, no, you don't got to do that. I'm telling you to go in there and get those people, they're not going to Trump will call it interference.
Yes.
So will I, that we're interfering in their ability to rid the country of the vermin of these people.
Yes.
It's just
taken straight from Hitler's book on how to separate people out. It's like if you're not willing to follow up with arresting some of the frozen crew for breaking laws that states are now passing, saying you cannot cover your face, you must be wearing an official badge identifying who you are, name, rank, and serial number type of thing and whatnot. If the impetus for the states to actually be able to follow up on that and actually start arresting the frozen crew, they're just going to continue to ignore it. And I don't think they're going to stop until one of the governors in one of the states is like, if you step across the line and join them, you will automatically be fired and you will be arrested to their police or National Guard. And instead, you better be out there arresting their asses every time they show up with a mask or they ram a car so that they can yank someone out through the window, or all the other crazy crap that they're doing.
And don't forget, Sherry, these are the same people who 6 years ago protested and fought vehemently that you can't make me wear a mask. I can't breathe with this thing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I would say that same thing.
Exactly.
No
Thank you.
You're right.
Yes. I'm gonna die. The carbon monoxide is gonna give me breathing problems.
Exactly. Exactly. So
Yeah,
it's amazing how that changed. Yes. Yeah. My rights. This is
well, that's something that women have put out there a lot.
Feeling about F-45 coming out against guns.
That's something that women really fought back against when they started screaming, well, it's my body, my rights. And women were like, duh. What have we been saying for the last 20 years? And so, but yet there's that disconnect because they don't get why women want to fight about my body, my choice as far as our medical conditions, but yet they want to scream my body, my choice over wearing a mask or not to protect everyone around you. Because it's not just for your protection, it's to protect those around you, and it's ridiculous the way they're able to twist one topic into both sides and use both sides for their side. It's like you can't have it both ways, but
you can't bring a weapon to a protest. That you're just looking for trouble. That nobody should bring a weapon to a protest. Hi, would you like to meet Kyle Rittenhouse or whatever his name is? There's an example.
What about the J6ers?
Well, it's only if you speak about Democrats.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. So
I like what Teresa says.
Yeah.
The crap in the Epps files must be absolutely beyond for this regime to be tearing up the country and the world just as a diversion. Thank you. Yes, exactly. This is squirrel. Because whatever the new stuff that was getting ready to come out, that's when he started all this crap to get everybody's attention over here and away from over there. So whatever it is,
I'm gonna to Greenland, and then I'm gonna go to Iceland, and then I'm gonna take this guy from Venezuela and Iran. Well, Iran better buckle up because you know what? Things are gonna happen. It's just diversion.
Yep.
Pay attention to everything but what is in there, what's going to come up. And speaking of diversions, I don't know if you've heard about this, but apparently, God love her, Melania's documentary isn't doing so good.
Oh no.
Who would have thought?
A lot of South African countries, especially South Africa in particular, have decided that they are not going to be showing the documentary. I know. I did. It just makes me want to cry.
On the administration's hit list to go and attack. So
Yes. Yeah.
Boo-hoo.
And
What I'm
in the UK,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
in the UK, there are several theaters that are showing it. And one of the reporters went in to double check, and apparently for the matinee premiere for tomorrow, which I guess would be today over there, 1 ticket was sold. 1 ticket. But there is good news, because for the later one, which I think is about 6, there was 2 tickets sold.
Well, and I also heard that there are Republican groups that are going out and buying like mass quantities of tickets and then giving them away to people to show up. And people are like, yeah, no, I'm not going to that.
Exactly.
And literally throwing their ticket away and saying, yeah, no, I'm not going there. So it's like, you know, every red-blooded American man from the age of 9 and up has seen her at some point or another in Playboy or some of the other magazines. Playboy is the only one I can ever remember the name of, but I know there's several other magazines as well. You know, it's
Penthouse.
like Penthouse and it's like, yeah, we've seen it. We don't really want to see any more of it, you know.
No. No. And but besides, who gives a fuck about her documentary?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes.
Just like
Well, 35 said it was a must-see movie.
Well, she worked hard on it. She worked hard on it, and she helped produce it. And you know, it's just
the music.
It's supposed to be a wonderful, wonderful thing, you know. And I got a feeling if people keep not going to it, Trump will make a new law. That you know, he'll bring a new law and sign that damn law.
That's a good one, Rose.
That says you gotta go see this movie. It's mandatory.
To the theaters.
Yeah. Well, you know,
you can't read Catcher in the Rye, but you got to go look at the First Lady being a Playboy bunny, you know. So, except she didn't have enough class to be a Playboy bunny. Playboy wouldn't take her. But you know, just it's like we've seen it. We don't need to see more pictures of her with her legs splayed wide open over the nose of an airplane. You know,
what do you think? Is that really what the movie is like?
No, it's apparently the 20 days before his inauguration and all the things that she was involved in terms of, you know, being the second time first lady and so on and so forth, and you know what went into the planning of it.
That doesn't live the White House.
Oh, and we're all dying to see that.
It doesn't live at the White House. You know what? It's
Marine Call Girl is a very nice way of just putting
even
into what she was.
Yeah,
she was a entertainer, let's say, to individual gentlemen when they would show up at the clubs, because like so many of the women, and in a lot of respects you can't really blame them because of where they're coming out from, who are hauled over here, and it's like your job is to find yourself a sugar daddy that's going to bring you home and put a ring on your finger, you know, and then that gives us an in through that person's business and money and this and that and the other, because now you have inserted what they lovingly call a honeypot right into the midst of things. And so I'm sure that the P-man in our country probably got more information from her than he got from the current administration.
And someone asked if he was going to write a review. Probably yes. You know,
could we put up Joan Baker's comment about
declared that it's a must-see movie?
About that one. Because I hate to break away from the movie, but this is interesting. $10 million, 10 with a billion.
$1 billion.
He's going to sue these people because they put out the information, the real truth about his taxes, and where they said he didn't many times pay any taxes. Remember all that? When was that?
Oh, yeah.
And we kind of got shoved under the rug while he's campaigning, and I'm thinking, didn't anybody pay any attention? He didn't pay taxes.
That's when we kind of want to see it, is when they're campaigning, so we know whether or not to vote for the man. I mean, it's.
But it was tradition, not law, so he didn't have to.
Right, and that's something that we need to change and make it a law, that not only do they have to show X amount of years of their tax returns, but then they have to show X amount of years of legitimate medical and psychological testing. And we've really got to tighten up the strings on who's in the top leadership, from the president to the cabinet to Supreme Court justices, whatnot. We really need to
Everybody
eliminate
else
that we're just following gentlemen's rules.
Every other president did that. Other politicians have done that. This is the first time that a president not only gets away with it once, he gets away with it twice. We should be ashamed. We should be ashamed of ourselves for allowing that to happen.
And they're supposed to divest from any business, and he has made billions by being president.
Yes, and he's not supposed to, but he does it anyway. And it's just, this is
again not law.
And I noticed there's more and more and more. They're really pinpointing his thing about his dementia, about his cognitive decline, about his illnesses, and he got so pissed off. The last headline I saw, I think it was today, he said, "I'm not falling asleep during your boring cabinet meetings."
Well, he sits there with drool coming out of his mouth, snoring. For everybody to see. I mean, it's the whole gaslighting bit. Don't believe what your lying eyes are telling you or showing you. Don't believe what you actually saw happen. Believe what we're telling you, which is totally opposite from what actually happened. I mean,
and the answer to everything that has gone wrong with the United States is Joe Biden and Barack Hussein Obama. That's all you need to know.
Yeah. Exactly.
Seriously?
I mean,
Obama's
they chased Barack Obama around for years about birth certificates when his birth certificate was already out for the public to see. Oh, well, it didn't say birth certificate. It said certificate of live birth. Well, that's the way that state lists their birth certificates, as a certificate of live birth. But I actually saw the interview where Melania sat there and argued with an interviewer over that very issue. Well, it did not say birth certificate. No, it said certificate of live birth, because that's how that state lists that particular document. And well, that's not legitimate. And they're like, every state has their own way of naming their documents that are the same. There's no one set way. It all has to be this way or it's wrong. It just, and I mean, she just went round and round.
I'd like to see what her birth certificate looks like. Having been born in Slovenia, chances are very good it doesn't say birth certificate. So, bitch,
they even gave out birth certificates.
Also, they do certificate of live birth because stillbirth.
Yes.
So there's a difference between stillbirth and live birth. Thus, they are categorizing it.
You know, and Joan Baker says up here, it really pisses me off that he gets away with this shit. Well, thank you to the Supreme Court for giving him the ability to do and say anything he wants
Yes.
and not get in trouble for it. He's the president. He can do it. He can say it, and he can get away with it. Now, it might not have come up even before the tax thing, because the tax thing's been ongoing from the get-go, but really doesn't matter. But I you know, what judge is going to look at this and go, $10 billion for not telling us what his taxes were in the first place? They could turn this around on him. It was your duty to bring up this stuff in the first place. Somebody leaked it out? No,
Well,
nobody
it's coming
leaked
in
it
2
out.
weeks. It's coming in 2 weeks.
And here, okay, Mary Trump released his taxes well before because of her court case.
That's right.
So why is he not suing Mary Trump?
He's scared of her. That's why.
Yeah,
She knows where the bodies are buried. She knows where the bodies are buried, and she's not afraid to talk about it.
That's right.
I mean, I remember when she
perfect
first
line.
came on the scene, and she was terrified being on camera. You could see the absolute terror in her and trying to talk, and she sounded so stilted, and so, you know, it took her a while, but once she kind of got the hang of it and got more comfortable with it, and then started her own podcast. And I mean, she doesn't pull any punches now. She comes right out and says exactly what she thinks. And I love the fact that she just calls him Donald.
Yes.
No respect in the way she addresses him at all. It's just Donald. Well, you know, Donald did da 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 da. And Donald said that. And so it's like, yeah, thank you. We needed that. That, whenever she plays clips of him talking, it gets sped up into chipmunk voice. And it's the only way I can listen to him anymore is with a chipmunk voice. I can't listen to him talk for real. I just can't do it.
No, we know that there's no way that he's going to make it to the end of this term and run for a third term. You can't, according to the Constitution. Here's an interesting thought. If he wants to run for a third term, why can't Obama run against him?
Oh, yeah. And who would win?
He doesn't want to run for a third term. He wants to eliminate the voting, to don't even bother with it. Just keep him in there until whenever.
Yeah,
he wants to retain authority.
And that's
what he wants. Retain authority. That's what he cares about.
Yep. But his really, I mean, we can see the end coming. It's not.
He does.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Judy.
He does have a lawsuit going. So he does have a lawsuit. It says Donald Trump has a major ongoing lawsuit against his niece, Mary Trump, as of early 2026. The case is still active in the New York court system. The lawsuit, originally filed in 2021, centers on the allegation that Mary Trump breached the confidentiality agreement from a 2001 family estate settlement by providing tax records to the New York Times for their 2018 Pulitzer Prize winning investigation into his finance.
And why did she do that?
The lawsuit
because
continues.
She discovered that.
There is a lawsuit against her.
And why she did all of that and made all of that public was about the time that she discovered that not only were she and her brother cheated out of their inheritance from their father, they were cheated because Donald and company cheated their father out of his fair share of Daddy-O's money. And so that kept them from receiving millions of dollars of their inheritance. And she was like, no, that's my money. I want it back. Which I don't blame her. I would too, you know.
Hey, simple solution. Let's go to Discovery.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm getting to, is because the two sides have come into an impasse because he is required to sit for questioning, but his legal team has cited his presidential duties as reason for delays. He doesn't want to be questioned, and so therefore they're at an impasse.
Yeah,
Perfect.
that's it. That's it. Okay. Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes
that
sense.
answers it
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, totally. It's just,
Yeah.
you know, in the world of the absurd, I think that
Look
when
in the
this
picture
comes
of
to an
Donald
end,
Trump.
and it will come to an end, that's what
Yes.
everyone has to realize. It will come to an end. It's going to allow not only the US, but also other democracies around the world to take a look at what was originally conceived in the various constitutions and what changes need to be made on a regular basis. That when the founding fathers put the Constitution together, there was still such a thing as a gentleman's agreement,
Mm-hmm.
as honesty and integrity, and if we shook hands on it, that's a done deal. That has now been so totally muddled up, and so totally taken to the extreme that it needs to be reviewed. It needs to be a living document based on what's happening in the, kind of in the
Absolutely.
current thing. And there needs to be things that they couldn't have conceived of when they put it together. They did a great job considering
Yeah,
what they were working
but
with.
they didn't know what the 21st century was going to look like. I just got a news flash that just came up from Raw Story. It says Border Patrol agent arrested in Minnesota after being found passed out in his car. Evidently, a Minnesota state trooper found him passed out in his car and proceeded to arrest him and haul him in for, I don't know, intoxication or whatever it was they charge. They don't say what the charges are for. But I'm just
DUI, if
like,
he's behind the wheel, doesn't matter if you're sleeping or whatever. If you're in a vehicle and you're sitting in the driver's seat, you're considered to have control of that vehicle. That's DUI.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, isn't? No, it wasn't. Pete has breath.
some Teresa asked, was it Pete Hog's breath?
Yeah,
It
Yeah.
could have been. We don't know for sure. We don't know the facts.
Well-
They're not naming names. I bet it was
And-
Pete.
Stop and think
somebody
about
needs
this
to
for a
check his
minute.
paperwork. Is he a citizen? How did he get into the U.S.?
Pete Hagsbreath spent how many tens of thousands of dollars to put in a makeup room in the Pentagon so he can be done up for the camera? It's like
Oh,
he's
brother.
almost as bad as Secretary Puppy Killer, because she's got to
Yeah.
have her cosplay costumes and her camera following her around. I mean, I saw a clip yesterday. One of the congressmen, it was some committee hearing she had to show up for, and they were literally ripping her a new one. She looked like she was going to burst into tears any minute because she couldn't answer or refused to answer any of the questions that she was being asked. She would just start that running dialogue of the same damn thing over and over and over again.
Well,
And-
we inherited such a problem from Joe Biden. We did that.
Yeah, at one point he was like, I'm not asking you about Joe Biden. I'm asking about what you've done.
Yes.
Let's get our people straight. I was like,
Well,
okay.
and now he's saying everything I've done has been at the behest of F-45 and Stephen Miller. So, the infighting that we've been saying is coming is here. They're going to, all rats leave stinking
They're
shit.
so
but they're
busy
gonna
throwing each
spit
other
on each
under the
other.
bus, it's not even funny.
Now,
Bus is full.
here's a question now that you mentioned about Pete Hegseth having, a makeup room. Yeah, boys wearing makeup. You've got a vice president who, likes eyeliner.
Queen
What?
Maybelline, yeah.
Yeah, Queen Maybelline. Yeah. So, and these are the
That's
same people that want to
45.
get rid of.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
get rid of the gay community because they're an apparition in front of God.
Yeah, God forbid we can't have drag queens reading storybooks to children who look at them as just people who are dressed up in
But,
costume.
uh,
Really?
because they have to deflect on somebody because they are the abusers. They are the ones that are forcing themselves on people, children, animals, etc. That they do not hear the word no, and they do not care about having permission. So they have to find somebody to deflect on. They'll pick a target.
I don't know if this is true, but it should be. Grace Gilbert said the citizens of Minnesota are being nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize.
Yes. Perfect.
Please
I
let it
vote
be
for
true.
that.
Please let it be true. Please let it be true.
Yes.
That's perfect. Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, he is so wrapped up in trying to attain and outdo anything and everything that Obama got credited for.
Yeah.
That, like I said, he lives rent free in his head, and it just, and that one when they do the big reporter thing, I forget what they call it.
Yes.
All right, chat, come on, what's the name of it?
Yes.
The I can't.
At
I
the
can't.
White House
Um,
something dinner.
some
What?
yeah, some
Oh, the media thing.
yeah, the
Media
media
dinner?
thing where all the media and stuff are, and usually the president is allowed X amount of time to get up and just kind of rip them on stuff.
Yes. Yeah. They roast
And
the president.
and and that was the way back in the beginning when Obama, I think it was like his first or second time doing the uh, correspondence dinner. Thank you,
Thank
Karen.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That he was teasing Trump about uh, uh, Tupac or not Tupac, but I don't know, one of the rappers as opposed to Meatloaf, as opposed to Nick Nolte, and and he would have problems making that kind of decision, and just just making fun of him. And of course everybody was laughing because they all took it in good humor.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yet
Roast dinner.
whenever the camera would flash over to the current occupant, it's like, oh, if looks could kill, President Obama would have dropped dead in that moment. I mean,
Yeah.
and it was like that.
It's
That
true.
to me seems to be one of the catalysts for him responding the way he has to being president the first time or this time, because he didn't win either time. He cheated both times. That's the only reason why he won. Um, and now they're trying to get as many people as
The
they
way
can.
Republicans are.
Yeah, I mean, now they're trying to get not only knock people off the voting rolls, but if they can get half of the damn state listed as domestic terrorist, you think they're going to be able to go place their vote?
Bingo.
You know,
Oh, good point. Good point.
it's
Exactly.
it's another election fraud scheme, to keep people from voting. Well, guys, we've been at this an hour and 5 minutes. So, anything last minute anybody wants to throw out there?
Yeah, just
Just
everybody.
deep
Everybody
just that
Everybody talk at once. Cleo,
okay.
you go
he
first.
said the statements and words against Iran as he did towards Venezuela before he attacked. He uses the same phrases.
Mm.
So be prepared for that. That he's probably gonna do bad things in Iran.
Yep.
And I just know that everybody is suffering from PTSD. We can't, this can't go on for years and years and years without that happening. So take care of each other, be kind to one another, because we need it. We need it. It is going to get better, but we still got to get through this mess. And, PTSD is not particularly fun, but that is what is happening to the majority of the country, because it's just, well, it's like what Sherry had said earlier, you can't believe your eyes. You can't believe what you're actually seeing. They're telling you something totally different. It just makes a person crazy. So hang in there. Don't go crazy. It's going to be okay. And we're all in the same boat. We're all in the PTSD boat.
Yep. And
Yeah.
don't forget,
We're all
every
in an
single
abusive
day he gets closer to the end. Every single day,
Yes.
we're one day closer to hearing about his transition. May it be smooth, and may it be glorious, and may it be quick.
Smooth and quick.
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
Absolutely. And yeah, there is a lot of wonderful parody music on YouTube. Book, you got that right. And there's some
Yes.
really good protest songs. I know Bruce Springsteen just dropped a protest song today.
Yes.
My son wrote and dropped a protest song over the weekend that I played Monday night, which everybody seemed to have enjoyed. And I don't have the clip up, but it would take too long to find. But I'll have to play it another time for everybody. It's the creativity that we're seeing coming from people just making fun of the situation in a lot of ways, I think affects him more than anything else. When people just laugh at him, make fun of him, that gets under his skin faster than anything else, is being laughed at and being made fun of, because he's very thin skinned. He can't take a joke at all. He can't take any kind of criticisms at all. He can't handle it. And so that's something
Yes.
interesting. Look for the things that really make
An
fun of him.
insider said the only thing that makes him just about as mad as bringing up the Epstein files is talking about his health. So dosing dementia John is definitely not getting IV injections for his cankles, his heart, his rotting gut, or anything else.
Or the fact that he is almost as wide as he is tall now. So they can just roll him down the hall. I mean, at this point.
He's
That's
peak
kind
of health. Peak of health.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
No one has ever been healthier.
Absolutely. Well, thank y'all for coming and spending the evening with us. Thank you, ladies, for
Everyone
another
says so.
fun and
Everyone
interesting
says so.
night. Everyone's channels are listed in the description box below. Please, please, please make sure you go and like, subscribe, and share to everyone's channel. And it's free. So, and that helps push us out for the algorithm. And leave a comment after the show's over and the comment sections open up. That also helps push it out. So every little bit helps, and we appreciate it. Thank you. I know Rose made a donation. I think somebody else did too, and I missed it. I'll have to go back and look. Thank you if it was you. I appreciate it. And y'all have a great night. And tomorrow's Friday, so the weekend's almost here.
Yay.
Take a breath. Go out and have a drink. Just don't drive. And try to enjoy your weekend a little bit, if not completely. Look for little bitty moments of pleasure and joy and happiness. And that's what's going to get us through this. Is we got to laugh about it. I mean, it's that or cry, and I'd rather laugh. So, um,
Yes.
all right, y'all have a wonderful evening. Thank